with the results and fallout. The big news of Money in the Bank was the main event. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeated John Cena and Logan Paul with the help of R-Truth, who returned after recently not having his contract renewed. There was a big backlash and they're bringing him back. Apparently, they're hinting that he might be back now as Ron Killings. They no doubt had a good crowd tonight. They're claiming it was sold out. Some people are showing that on the side, the hard camera side that they don't film on. Apparently, there was some empty seats, but between Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, they definitely did well in LA today. They're claiming around 10,000 for the AAA show, and they're claiming 17,000 for the Intuit Dome show. Seth Rollins defeated LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Andrade, and Chad Gable and Penta to win the men's Money in the Bank. There was only 5 matches, by the way. Becky Lynch defeated Lyra Valkyria to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. There's so many belts these days, even the women's side has an Intercontinental side. Dominic Mysterio defeated Octagon, and this match was just added today to retain the Intercontinental title. Naomi, who is one of the Usos' wife, I believe, so technically involved in that Samoan dynasty Rock family, defeated Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Stephanie Valker, and Alexa Bliss to win the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. So only 5 matches, which is one more than the usual. They did officially announce WrestleMania will be in Vegas. When Triple H was asked about the biggest reason for the location change, he said it was hard to say. Obviously, the real reason why they dumped New Orleans for Vegas was money. He did say it's hard to say, but it was a great opportunity. And it was a win-win for everyone involved, including New Orleans. I don't know if the New Orleans people would agree with you on that. It was a rumor that they were the ones that leaked the news that it was going to Las Vegas before they could officially announce it. Apparently, locations are now paying them more than ever to go to locations like Vegas, paying them to come there, but they're still charging more than ever. So there's a lot of greed going on. By the way, I did do a short on this. The AAA pay-per-view or whatever, AAA special premium live event was on YouTube, and I watched the Vikingo versus Chad Gable. And Conan said this is like a Michael Myers match where nothing can kill these guys. These guys were getting up seconds after taking like pile drivers and power bombs from the top rope, Canadian destroyers to the apron. Like, as I said, in a movie, if it is a guy like Michael Myers or it's a superhero movie or something, I can suspend my disbelief and watch it. But if it's like, we know regular movies are fake, but someone's going to die from a bullet. If they're dropped on their head, they're going to have to go to the hospital. In wrestling, we now expect these small wrestlers. I mean, Vikingo and Chad Gable, they might be in decent shape, but they're small. They can take this punishment that would literally kill taking a pile driver or power bomb off the top rope would kill a normal person. They're kicking out of it 5 seconds later, then doing other moves off the top rope through tables like 2 minutes later. So to me, it just takes me right out of it. If you've never been in a real fight and you love acrobatics and you don't care because you're going to say, well, it's wrestling, it's supposed to be fake, they don't have to pretend it's real, then good for you. But there's got to be some element of reality to me. And honestly, they're wondering why their ratings are dropping, and they're doing less events than ever. That's a fact. They're doing less events than ever because normal people are going to watch that and be like, oh my God, this is fake. How can you watch this fake bullshit? That's just what normal people are going to do. And I can't even defend it anymore. All I can say is I don't watch it either. Aaron checking in from Niagara Falls. That's where I interviewed Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who, by the way, I interviewed his son this week, who was talking to me about his other son, Paul Orndorff III, who just really has had a lifetime worth of arrests, and is a sad situation. Mike thinking about Piper, who loves her yogurt. Harris Brothers, I'll get them one of these days for sure. I never actually I'm not going to hold it against him. Conan was best in WCW for me, but he's a good politician. Got nothing against him. I got along with him personally. He commentated that Worlds Collide pay-per-view. So he's finally in WWE through AAA. Would I ever interview Shannon Moore? Yes. There's probably like 4 or 5 matches of his ex-girlfriend Lindsay Snow on this channel, and I am supposed to interview her next week. Dr. Sebastian agrees with me that it ruins the credibility, and you'll have Meltzer and Brian Alvarez and all these guys saying this is great, and Will Ospreay and Ricochet are amazing. I actually heard Meltzer says that he doesn't understand why so few people are watching WWE on Netflix, and it's losing 4 to 5% of its audience on Netflix every week. The Netflix deal is bombing, and it's highly unlikely it's going to be renewed for another 5 years. And Meltzer's like, I just don't understand. Too much of a good thing, I guess. If you have steak every night, you're going to get sick of it. I don't understand how anyone could watch stuff where someone's getting up right after a powerbomb from the top rope and think it's great. It's just so phony. And I'll be honest, it's gotta hurt a little bit. I will assume maybe it's different for a small guy, but something like that would hurt a little bit. And you're like, even if it does hurt, you're making the fans think that it doesn't hurt by getting up so soon after. Like, that should be a finish if you're gonna do it. It should not be something you get up from. Anyways, this is why I don't watch it, because I don't like to get mad about it. But I happen to be at the gym doing some cardio training, which, by the way, my Blood Hunter Thirst and Rage movie, there's going to be some wrestling celebrities in it, and I'm really excited about it and training really hard for it. But I've been doing a lot of extra cardio trying to get my abs in for the movie. And I just happen to be watching it, but maybe I shouldn't watch it if it's going to aggravate me so much, because wrestling has changed so much from the product I grew up loving. But one good thing, I'm glad R-Truth is back. I mean, they were being greedy. They got rid of him. He was making $550,000 a year, and he'd only had 6 matches this year. I get why they cut him, but it's nice that they took the feedback and rehired him. I appreciate them doing that. He seems like a good guy, and he seems like he's good for morale.